Hi, thanks for passing by. I am Ethel Marketing Namsebwabe, the lead formulator for Enyonsi Beauty Home and Enyonsi Cosmetic Science School. So at our Cosmetic Science School, we focus on producing and then as well teaching people how to make effective skincare, hair care, and detergents. So if you want to learn any of these things, don't hesitate. We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and then as well you can send us a message even on LinkedIn and even YouTube here. So don't hesitate to send us a message if you want to learn any of these things. Let's get straight into today's video. Hey, but before I forget, I beg you, subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe. God bless you because I'm putting in a lot of work for you. This is free. This is free tips for you. So please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and God bless you. Now, I started by mixing all my ingredients. I measured everything out so it becomes way easier and simple for me. It's good to measure your ingredients. So if you want to know how to measure using the scale, you can watch my previous videos or I'll make a video on that. And I think I have a video like that. So you can just check my profile and you can get that video. So I measured out all my ingredients just as I said earlier. This is the water. I measured 2 liters of distilled water down, and I used the 2 liters of distilled water to dissolve 62.8 grams of Texapon. Now, some of the measuring scales do not have the decimal point, so you can just round it up to 63, so just 63 grams of Texapon. Then into my mixing bowl or my container, I poured 1 liter of IPA, and IPA is isopropyl alcohol. I measured out that 1 liter of isopropyl alcohol and I poured in 15 grams of chloroxylanoid powder. Now, sometimes when you are looking for chloroxylanoid in Ghana, it's very difficult. So just mention DCM because some people do not know the name as chloroxylanoid. So just mention DCM and then they will know that is in Ghana here, but for other countries I can't tell. But you can just mention chloroxylanoid and just show. This is how it looks like. It's more like a flake. So I dissolved it very well in my isopropyl. You can just allow it to sit and everything will dissolve correctly, but you have to stir very well. Ensure that it has dissolved very well. So this is me trying to stir very well so that everything dissolves appropriately. These chemicals are very harmful, so please, whilst doing it, you could see I'm in my gloves. I'm also in my nose mask and then my protective clothing. That's my so please kindly put on something to protect yourself, okay, because it's very important, or else you burn yourself, especially the pine oil and then the phenol they are very harsh. So please protect yourself. Wear a gloves if you can. Wear a gloves. It's very important. I see some YouTube videos of people doing Dettol or antiseptics without wearing protective clothing. Please put the protective clothing on. So I went ahead to pour my phenol and my pine oil. With the phenol, I used 32 mils of phenol into this particular formulation, and then with the pine oil, I used 125 mils in this, and I mixed it very well. Thorough mixing of this, so I added it to the water that has, or the distilled water that has the Texapon, so that it will be way easier for the Texapon to mix. It's still the same thing, so just mix it very well. And this is what I did to mix my stuffs. So you are just watching. Please make sure you mix it very well because it's more important, okay? So with antiseptics, they are disinfectants and they can help prevent bacterials or minimize the traces of bacterials on our bodies, or even on on our bodies, or the active ingredient in this particular disinfectant is the chloroxylanoid, however you call it. That is the active ingredient that causes the disinfection of surfaces or bacterials and then germs. So please ensure that you have this particular. People substitute it for phenol, but I think you can have phenol in it and at the same time have your chloroxylanoid, because the major properties or the major ingredient that brings out the good properties of your Dettol or your disinfectant is the chlorosilicone. So please ensure. After I was done mixing everything together, now it was time to mix all. I mean, after measuring all my ingredients and then mixing them in separate bowls, it was time to mix everything together. So you could see at the moment I'm having a clear solution. Don't worry, my hands will leave there, or my fingers will leave there, and then you can have a good look. So this is it. I'm having a clear solution. Yeah, let me put it, because it's a solution. If it's chemistry, I'll tell you it's a solution, and in fact I'm still telling you it's a solution. So you are going to mix it very well, mix it thoroughly. Because of the Texapon, you realize that there is a bit of foamy, but it's because the Texapon is a surfactant. But I know most of you are confused. For those of you who are confused, you can join the class and I'll explain everything vividly to you, how to even substitute Texapon for this. But in this particular video, I think Texapon is doing the best work for me, so I have to use Texapon. So you have to mix it very well, ensure that everything has mixed. Please do not leave traces of Texapon in your formulation of antiseptic. So mix everything very well, just as I am doing it, and then voila, you are done. Now in this particular phase of it, you are done with the production of your antiseptic. If you have a very nice fragrance, I will advise you just use, if it's an essential oil, which I don't think essential oil will do the best work for you, you can go ahead and use a synthetic fragrance. That one will help. So if you're using a synthetic fragrance, please ask of the usage rate from your supplier, but I can recommend 1 to 2 percent of your synthetic fragrance, or it's fragrance. So I would just recommend you to use just 1 or 2% of it, and it will give you the good smell or the good fragrance you are looking for. Then this particular moment, you can add a color to it. I added orange to it because I wanted to look more of a savlon, but I didn't add any fragrance to it because I wanted to have the smell of an antiseptic. I didn't want to have any other smell, so I did this for my home, for my family to use. Something I've been doing. So if you want to me to produce any of these things for you too, so that you can just put it's a good business. Honestly, it's a good business. Let me give you a business idea in this particular video. If you are looking for to make such products, you can learn from the experts, learn from the best. I'm available to teach you. Now, after you have been able to learn, starting a business is sometimes difficult, but I mean there are so many easy ways to navigate your ways through, or navigate your So what you have to do is speak to some people, speak to the people that are closer to you, maybe your aunties or your friends or your your close pals. Just speak to them and tell them that this is what you want to do. So you can be producing Dettol for them, or you can be producing a particular product for them for this particular amount or at this price, and I believe it's a good idea for you. Just look through it if you want to start, especially if you want to start this kind of business. This will help you to be able to sell whatever you are making. So I was actually done with the Dettol, or why do I keep saying Dettol? I was done with the savlon. So the next thing I did was to add my color. That's the colorant. So I used color orange, just as I said initially. And look at this. So I'm adding just a few drops. Please don't add everything, because I have this is 2 liters. This is 2 liters of the whole batch that I produced. This is 2 liters of it. You see how the color comes out so nice, and I was very happy with the results I had. You need to dissolve it very well, stir very well, so that the color can dissolve into your solution. Then from there, I added 250 ml of water to it, so that it doesn't become too concentrated, because I realized it was very concentrated. So I added just 250 ml of it. Now this is a good business you can venture in, and it's going to help you grow some financial burdens off you. The ingredients are a bit expensive, but I think it's worth it, and even doing it at home will help you know the ingredients you added to it, and then the ingredient, you understand? Yeah. So this is basically the results. I'm so happy I was able to make this for you to learn, and let me know if you'll be able to do it in the comment section. If you want to learn, just send us a message. Please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.